Hey Dad, how's it going? Yours truly here, your son, the one and only Carter James Turnbull, wanting to wish you a happy Father's Day, and I wanted to do that video blog I promised. Um, of course, first of all, I really hope that your day is going very well. I hope you have something really exciting planned, whether it be with people or yourself or otherwise. And wow, what a journey it's been. Man, for the 25 years that I've been your son, we've had some triumphs, we've had setbacks, we've had everything else in between. It's been a very interesting, phenomenal, and intriguing journey, to say the least. But man, I tell you what, through it all, I got to tell you, man, you are greatly appreciated in all that you do. Not just in being a father, but in being a human being and being a man. And anybody who comes into contact with you knows that about you, or at least those who do admire you and respect you and love you. Of course, we all can't be loved, respected, and admired by everybody. You know that, I think, just as much as anybody, if not more. And of course, people who do love you, respect you, and admire you have the greatest things to say. And obviously, I can't remember them off the top of my head. But I tell you what, man, it's my point is, it really warms my heart to see how much that you are loved, appreciated, and celebrated, especially when you won that award a year ago. Of course, I'll keep it undisclosed to the public who view this video as well, but man, it's pretty cool. I think last year when I did my second Father's Day video blog for you, I mentioned, if I remember correctly, your spirit, how much spirit you have and how much pride you have, but above all, how much grace you're willing to have as well, especially to those who have done you wrong. I am no exception. And I know that in a couple of ways I have put you through a lot of crap. And, I have never been the best son. I'll admit that. We can laugh about this. I've done some things that have been really ridiculous, pathetic and stupid. And I'm ready to really and legitimately change all that in the 25 years that I have been alive. And I think proof of that is taking my life journey to Los Angeles, California, where I know absolutely nobody, taking it to the next level. Something I should have done 7 years ago when I left high school. But anyways, since this is all about you and not about me, what is there to say about you that I can say in about 15 minutes that I have here? I know that I tend to ramble on and on and on, but bear with me. Um, I feel like I forgot what I wanted to say, but I'll do what I can without being repetitive. Dad, there are times in life where I feel like I wish certain things never happened to our family. I really wish that a lot of things that could have been handled through the importance of honesty, through the importance of counseling, and through the importance of being a secure, honest unit. I'm pretty sure things would have been different between, you know, my mother, my sister, myself, and of course you. It's been a pretty interesting trip. From the time I was born till the time when our family came to an end. But through it all, I feel like you've done a very good job, an extremely good job in carrying on and becoming more of a man by taking on a new phenomenal chapter in your life journey, whether it be, coming from, the Denver hospital to the Utah hospital, whether from the move from Denver, Colorado to Park City, Utah, and even before then, even before I was born and my sister was born, I'm sure that you've done extraordinary things before then. I remember you showing me your house in Sylvan Lake where you used to live, and and of course the curling rink we visited. When you and Aunt Jill came to visit, and that was a great time. I really enjoyed five-pin bowling with you. I enjoyed engaging in conversation with you, letting me know my plans, and your mustache during Movember. I mean, those are pretty cool memories, man. And even though they're more recent, but yeah, it's cool to know you still have your spirit attached after all these years. And I know where I get my spirit from. I know where I get my spirit from as far as my enthusiasm for music, for sports, for friends, but above all for life. I'm pretty sure I get a lot of that from you, and I think a lot of my grace that I have, in forgiving people, I definitely get that from you. The grace and the mercy that you give people, which seems unconditional. I know I get that from you. There's a lot of traits I get from my mother. Don't get me wrong, but of course that could be left for another day. Um, but man, I mean, I'm just so in awe of how you've made extraordinary transitions in your life and how you've been recognized for them, and rightfully so, in the best way possible. I can only imagine how amazing the New Orleans trip was last year alone. But I'm glad that you like to travel. I'm glad that you like to associate with children. And traveling children. No, they're two totally different things. But hear me out. It really intrigues me that you love to see the world through nobody else's eyes but your own. That's a really cool thing. Is that you do have a mind of your own, a life of your own, and the human element of independence, more specifically your independence, it's like Superman, which is it's more powerful than a locomotive. And I'm looking forward to being like that, and emulating that kind of spirit that you have, but of course in my own way, and with my own identity, being King of Charisma, Shaman, Swagger, Nilic Master. Um, but man, I mean, the journey, the journey's been quite remarkable. And also, when it comes to children, let me get to that. It's just so wonderful how much you have a great affinity for children, and that you would fight tooth and nail to beat down any person, whether it be physical, mental, or spiritual, who would ever lay a hand on a child or hurt them. And I know how much you just love their innocence, and how much you love, how humble they are, and just how free they really truly can be sometimes. I mean, it's really great to see that. You know, I think in my last video blog, I don't want to repeat my video blogs to you, I think I remember saying that you reminded me so much of the theological Jesus when it came to children. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you would love to surround yourself with children, and just love them and play with them and just be innocent along with them. I mean, that's the size of the heart you have, Dad, and it's really cool. It's a very amazing thing. I mean, unfortunately, I haven't, you know, gotten into the loving children kick yet, but if that is to happen, I'll make sure that I do everything I can to be very humble and innocent and modest like a child. And I'm pretty sure that if that day is to happen for me, I know where I got that spirit from again. But man, through it all, especially through my faults and through my mistakes and through my naivety, or however you pronounce that word, naive, naivety, whatever. I mean, you've been so willing to help out, even during the times when you did not want to. You just knew it was the right thing to do. It's it's just so difficult, from a son to a father, especially not being financially independent or otherwise yet at the age of 25. I've chosen a pretty difficult path for myself, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I've made some decisions not to do the orthodox thing, do 4 years of college, get myself a career, maybe have maybe get a wife and have a kid on the way by now, if that was something that I was wanting to do. But if you're ever looking for grandchildren in your life, you're definitely not going to get it from me, man. I have to tell you that. I mean, I work for a living. That's what I want to do. I want to work for a living. I mean, I'm a traveler. I'm a workaholic. I'm a wayfarer. And I really do hope that maybe we can come to some sort of common ground or some sort of comprehension when it comes to, what I want to do with my life. And, I really do hope that whatever I do, I hope that it will make you legitimately proud. And I know that you've said in the past that you're proud of me, but I really haven't accomplished anything, Dad, that I feel in my heart that you should be proud of. And I'm not trying to be rude or inconsiderate to your feelings, even though I have been inconsiderate to your feelings in the past, and I deeply apologize for the things I have done in the past. Truly, I am. I mean, you do not deserve one piece of my bullshit that came your way. But I really do hope, what I'm trying to say is, I really do hope that one day I can accomplish something like unbelievably extraordinary where you can go, that's my son. That's my son. You know, um, I don't know when that day will be. And I rule out that it will not be this year. But I will do everything I can to be one of the greatest to ever live on the face of the earth. I don't know what it will take, but I'm wanting immortality more than anything. To be up there with, the Einsteins, the Bruce Lees, the Arnold Schwarzeneggers, the Marilyn Monroes, the Elvis Presleys. I mean, Carter James, the Nilic Master. I mean, that would be sick, right? I'm going to do what I can. Even though I'm not talented, I'm not anything super special, but I have a extraordinary amount of tenacity. And I hope throughout my tenacity, I can be remembered for that spirit and that mind, that personage and that aura. And I hope that when you see me recognized, I hope that you can be an extraordinarily proud dad. That would mean a full universe to me. It really would, Dad. I love, respect, and admire you so much. And even though we've had our ups and downs, we've had our clashes, we've had our setbacks and our false starts. I mean, you've been an extraordinarily great sport through it all. And I think that makes you the king of Park City, Utah, or the king of your world, to say the least. Um, Once again, I don't want to be too repetitive here, and I know that I tend to sound like a broken record, but the journey, man, wow, it's been one extraordinary trip, but one very interesting trip that I would love to dissect and write about, And when you go into retirement, when you retire, and you deserve an extraordinary retirement, I really do hope that you do you for the rest of your life, you do something that you really want to do, and do something that you'll be proud of doing. And when you're, I hope this is not anytime soon, but I hope that when you I don't want to sound too overly dramatic, but when you're on your deathbed, you know, I hope that you can say, what, I gave everything I was as the human being I was to the craft, to the task, and to the mind I had at hand. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to say that I did everything extraordinary with my life in big capital letters. I'm done. I'm ready for the next life, if there is indeed one. And I really do hope when that time comes, several years down the road, I wish for you a world when you leave this one, if there is such a thing, and I sure hope that there is. I hope that you get to do there what you did here, but if not, more extraordinary and a lot better. I hope that there's a world of everlasting discovery and a world of just phenomenal, phenomenal adventures and challenges. Because I don't think you'd want to rest in peace when your time comes to leave. I don't think that would suit well with you, in my opinion. I think you'd want to enjoy the journey just as much, if not more so, than the journey you had here. Or just like the journey you had here. Sorry. But until that time, I mean, enjoy today. Enjoy every moment. You know, because I think to share something a little bit personal with you that I've learned in the past year that I've been back to my native Reggie, Alberta, Canada. One of the greatest life lessons I've learned is that nothing is ever promised to you in life except death. And if you're willing to make a move in this game of life, you've got to learn to appreciate every moment. Because not too many people really appreciate their moment until it's past. And I feel like I've begun to appreciate every single moment ever since I heard that extraordinary piece of advice. Thank you so much for teaching me things in life that matter and have merit. And even though you and I will have to agree to disagree on certain things, even to this day, I think because I'm a little bit more unorthodox than you are, with all due respect, I still do respect the way you choose to live your life. Even though I wish there were times you didn't live in Park City, Utah. Why did you move to Mormon country? There are times when I've had those thoughts in my head. And so why would you move to a place like that? But at the same time, it's your life. It's your rules. It's your destiny if you choose to believe in such a thing. It was meant to be. Despite the Mormonism and the silliness associated with it, and despite what the culture may be like there regarding that, you've chosen to live your way, the best way you can. Because if there is no afterlife, if there is no next world, heaven, whatever, you know that you're kicking a whole lot of ass, appreciating every moment and appreciating every day you have left. It's like you don't know how to not have fun. Or I hope I'm saying that right. It's like you don't know how to not have fun. Yeah, I mean you just have fun, and lots of it. And you do a phenomenal job at it. And even though I aspire to be a workaholic, I hope that one day I can aspire to have fun. To relax and unwind. I don't know when that day will be, but I'm really looking forward to what life has to offer. And I'm really thinking positively that you will enjoy the journey with me. So, thank you for tuning in, Dad. And I love you so much. Happy Father's Day, my father, William James Turnbull, Jim. I would tell you to stay look forever young and a champion, but of course, that's something I like to say to everybody. So I'll tell you this. Have the best day ever. Have an extraordinary time with those you love, those you like, and those who will forever be a supporter of you and all that you do. Because you deserve it. You're worth it. Have a great one, Dad. Happy Father's Day. I'll talk to you very soon.